This is George with Melnick's Automotive. I'm not sure if you guys ever had this issue, but I have it on this car, and I also checked online. A lot of people have this issue. People talk about it on forums, and as far as I know, dealer claims it's normal after the vehicle sits for a couple hours, especially if it sits overnight. There's a little bit of a type like a marble type of noise coming out of the timing cover. I know what it is. It's a timing chain guide or a timing chain tensioner. It does it for about split second, maybe 2-3 seconds at the longest, and then it goes away. And I checked online. There's a lot of people have this issue. So we're gonna go ahead and start the car, see if we can demonstrate the noise. So I'm gonna have Pete turn the car over, and I'm gonna be here with a camera to get this thing documented. Alright, so I got my power on, and he's gonna try to turn it over. Alright, you guys heard that noise. Okay, it's doing that every time the car sits for a couple hours. Normally, if it sits overnight, it's probably another half a second longer, and we're gonna have to crack this engine open and replace a timing chain guide or timing chain tensioner. It's one of the above. Once I take it apart, I'll be able to kind of go from there, and I'll show you what's going on. Stay tuned. This car is not under warranty. It's a salvage title, but it was not damaged up front. It just made the rattle noise. I'll show you where the issue is. You see these four timing guides here. There's one hydraulic tensioner on top. In my case, this one's good. If I try to push it up on the chain, as you can see, it's not moving. It's dead solid. I mean, normally it moves, tenses up the timing chain guide, but on the bottom, this one is the issue. If I squeeze on this timing chain guide, you will see the seal right here of this timing chain tensioner leaking oil out. And this is what happens when I start the car. All the oil comes out before it energizes with oil. But check this out. I'm able to squeeze it in, and I'm not sure if you could see the oil leaking out. I'm gonna take a flashlight. And show you another picture. You will see the oil floating out of the tensioner right here, and that's what making that rattle noise. I'm gonna see if I could hold my camera here, and I'm gonna squeeze the tensioner. But if you have the same issue, a lot of people seems like they do, and dealer says it's normal. It's not normal. Fix it. It's gonna cost you a lot of money to do it. So let me see if I could get a better shot. There you go. See a little bit of oil in there? See the oil squirting out? There you go. And it moves. There you go. And the oil just keeps coming out. You can see the oil pouring on my rag on the bottom. See that? It's dripping. It's dripping straight from... I'm pretty much milking it right now. It's dripping from the hydraulic tensioner. That's what makes the rattle noise. So you could see what I've done. I disassembled the whole front end of the car. To get to it, because you got to remove this timing cover over here. So it's a big job. So all the radiators had to come out. AC condenser had to come out. I had to take the radiator core support apart. And this is the best way to get to it. So if you have this noise, don't have them fool you saying just because it's set for, mine would do it in the morning, or if it sits for 2-3 hours. Once the oil comes out of that tensioner, before it gets refilled with oil, this chain would be loose right here, and it would flap on it just up and down till that's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it, and once I replace it, I'll start it up. But I wish I made a video before I ripped it apart, but just didn't think I was gonna make a video. But that's what's going on, so stay tuned. Right, so we went ahead and put everything back together. We're gonna start it up for the first time, and let's see what happens now. Beautiful. You can see the engine running perfectly smooth, no more noise. That's it. So if you have this issue, you want to take care of it as soon as possible. It doesn't really cause much damage to engine. It's very annoying when you have that sound, when you have the chain rubbing against that timing chain guide if it doesn't have enough lubricant. Eventually it will cause some damage, but it's nothing that's going to cause the damage right away. So once again, thanks for watching. This was George with Melnick's Automotive.